Welcome to the 26th episode of the Crumbl Cookies Weekly Review. Happy Crumbl Monday to all you out there. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. I certainly did. Yes, if you're wondering, I am back to normal. My gigantic appetite is back exactly where it needs to be. So much so that I had a very large bowl of spaghetti just about 5 minutes ago. So I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but dessert is better after you have some hearty food, I think. So let's get into this week's cookies. All right, we have strawberry ice cream bar, peanut butter cookies and cream, sugar shark, original featuring M&Ms, and lemon cupcake. That'd be a weird one. So now last week was absolutely phenomenal, and after some reflection and thought, I will have to say that the greatest cookie of all time was in last week's lineup. Of course, the blueberry cheesecake. I believe it was better than the raspberry cheesecake, which was my only other 10 that I have ever rated. So yeah, it was pretty exciting, and I ate a bunch more of them throughout the week, and I got a whole pile of them in my freezer. So you got to take advantage of it while it's there. So let us jump into this week's cookies, and we're going to start with the strawberry ice cream bar. And yeah, there goes half the topping. So, well, I better be careful here. Well, most of it probably dropped already. So, now this is quite a colorful cookie. It's a vanilla strawberry stuffed or filled cookie. Geez, I lost a lot of that streusel. Vanilla and strawberry streusel as well with a whipped buttercream. So, oh boy. This is also clocking in at the highest calories I have ever seen a cookie. The cookie dough was the prior king. This is the new king. So, That's a lively cookie. Chilled, excellent. The streusel on top is actually kind of crunchy. It's a texture that I was not expecting, which I kind of like. The flavor, I taste vanilla, strawberry. Buttercream is nice. It's definitely not too sweet, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, I'd say this is an overall well-balanced cookie so far. You can see when they say it's stuffed, they mean it. You can see the strawberry stuffed in there. Obviously, the vanilla is going to be a little more difficult to see just because of the color. But, I mean, I definitely can taste the individual components on it. Now, the cookie, I don't want to say it's boring because it has a lot of great flavor. But I would say it's probably more simple than you think. It looks like it's going to be maybe a little bit more complex than it is. Again, not that that's a bad thing. I mean, I think it really is delicious, though. Last bite. Very nice cookie. All right, moving on to cookie number 2. We have peanut butter cookies and cream. Not much to see here. You got the chocolate cookie with some peanut butter chips in there and cookies and cream bits mixed in there. So, all right, here we go. Surprisingly, I actually taste the peanut butter first before I actually taste the chocolate. That's usually not the case with these cookies. Usually the chocolate is just so overpowering. It just takes away from the peanut butter, and I always like peanut butter to be the star of the show with these type of cookies, and it rarely is. I think the cookies and cream has a little bit to do with that, because I do get a bit of a extra creaminess, but that's not coming from the peanut butter. This is actually interesting so far. As you can see, it is a on the thinner side. Texture is a little bit kind of crunchy on the outside. A lot of like, you know, the cookies and cream type cookies that have that a bit of a crunch. This is pretty similar. Now, I thought this cookie was actually going to be very similar to the chocolate peanut butter chip. Texture-wise, appearance-wise, almost identical, but it does not taste the same. I like this one a lot better, to be honest. I think the cookies and cream gives it an additional layer of sweetness and complexity that the other one was just kind of bland and too dominated by the chocolate, where this one really just isn't the case. This is a lot better. I'm actually surprised by this. Last bite. All right, let's jump on to cookie number 3. We have a odd one, Sugar Shark. Alrighty, yep, I guess in honor of Shark Week or whatever, but you got these gummies on here. Now, man, I don't know about these gummies on a cookie. I was gonna take them off, but I'll try the first bite with it on here. Looks like we have a vanilla sugar cookie with a vanilla frosting. And these gummies. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. It wasn't as bad as I thought with the gummy. But it obviously is going to change the flavor tremendously. I'm going to try them without it. I almost taste like a, it reminds me of like an icy from Circle K. I don't know if that flavor is because of the gummy mixed with the rest of it, or if that's just the flavor with the frosting. Although I can't imagine, you know, I think the blue is throwing me off. It's just a coloring. It's just a vanilla frosting. I think that shark thing is giving it that interesting icy flavor, which it's fascinating with it on there. So if you like that, you probably want to eat the cookie with it. Let's try it without it. As you can see, normal size cookie. You got that just interesting color blue mixed in, but it really is just regular vanilla frosting. Cookie is soft. It is pretty sweet. I mean, it's a sugar cookie. The frosting is also pretty sweet. This is a little bit too sweet, I think, for my palate. All that kind of weird, icy, different type flavor all came from that little shark gummy. You know, I don't know if it's better with it or without it. It certainly gives it a interesting flavor and texture when you eat it. I think a lot of you out there actually might like that a lot. I tried it. I'm not sure one way or another. I think that gummy kind of cuts a little bit of the intense sweetness of this cookie. Pretty interesting. Last bite. Let's move on to cookie number 4. We have the original featuring M&Ms. So we just kind of got their original cookie dough with instead of other chocolate chips, it's a sprinkling of M&Ms. All right. Now, I've had this before, and it was a while ago, so let's see if it was like I remembered. Yep, pretty similar. Delicious cookie dough, and then quite a hefty sprinkling of M&Ms. Now, I'm not necessarily really a huge fan of M&Ms. Again, I don't dislike them, but it's not a candy you'll ever see me just go out and buy and eat. Just not really my thing. Now, the last one I had I think had a little bit fewer M&Ms in it, and I think that's probably why I liked it more than I do this time. This one has a whole bunch of them in there. Very, very close to before. Very delicious. Take a look. You can see there is a healthy sprinkling of M&Ms in there on the top. Kind of see some on the back. They didn't skimp on the M&Ms on this one. You know, personally, I think it's better with milk chocolate chips, but these are really good, and just a little twist on their classic cookie. Last bite. All right, moving on to the fifth and final cookie. We have lemon cupcake. This is a bright yellow cookie. Can't miss this. Got some white sprinkles on it. So it's a lemony vanilla cookie. I guess maybe there's some lemon actually in the cookie itself, with a lemon frosting. All right, let's do this. Oof, that's a lot of lemon coming at you. This lemon frosting, pretty strong. I do like the texture of it though. The flavor is good. I wouldn't say it's overpowering. For me, it's a little bit much, but I think a lot of people really like it that way. I can't really tell if the cookie itself has lemon in it, just because that lemon frosting is very strong. It definitely tastes like a sugar cookie. It is pretty sweet, but of course, kind of the tartness of the lemon kind of helps cut that. So, interesting. All right, this cookie here, it is pretty thick, and oh jeez, whoops. I'll pick that up later. It does have a pretty thick layer of lemon frosting on there as well, so pretty good sized cookie. Last bite. Well, there we have it. Another week down, another 5 cookies destroyed. Apparently that large bowl of spaghetti didn't slow me down this week. I was pretty hungry, and I feel like I've had a complete meal. So if I ever come on here and I don't eat all the cookies, just know that it's not me. I will always finish all the cookies no matter what. You can count on that. I am going to let these sugar particles filter on up to my brain, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to give these cookies individual ratings and a weekly score. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and let's rate some cookies. We're going to start with the strawberry ice cream bar. Interesting cookie. I thought it was very delicious. I was coming into it hoping it would kind of remind me of a strawberry ice cream bar. I can't say that it did. Although it was tasty. It did have the vanilla, strawberry. The streusel was interesting. A lot of times the streusel is going to be softer and kind of melt in your mouth. This one had a little bit more of a crunch to it, which I thought it was really cool. And overall it was really delicious. It wasn't too sweet. Just a tasty cookie that kind of delivered on the name without it really just being an ice cream bar. So I enjoyed it. I'm going to give this one a 9. Moving on to the peanut butter cookies and cream. Now, I was just looking at it. I was assuming it was going to be very much like the chocolate peanut butter chip. Looks the same, got the same peanut butter chips in it, but this actually was quite different. The cookies and cream component brought to it another level of sweetness, just another level of Oreo-ness that it really needed. I just felt the peanut butter chocolate chip or the chocolate peanut butter chip was kind of bland, too strong, overpowering chocolate, didn't taste enough peanut butter. Here, the kind of the sweetness of the cookies and cream part brought out the flavor and the creaminess of the peanut butter. So overall, definitely better than I was expecting. Not my favorite peanut butter cookie still because it has too much chocolate, but still enjoyable, more than I thought. I'm going to give this one an 8. Next, we have the Sugar Shark. When I first read the title of this, I was like, what in earth kind of cookie is this going to be? A sugar cookie. I should have known, right? And this was a strange cookie. Taking a bite of it with that gummy shark on there made the cookie entirely bizarre. I know it's intended to be that way. I mean, it reminded me of like kind of a blue icy from Circle K on a cookie. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. It was definitely an experience, and I'm glad I tried it with the gummy on there. Outside the gummy, it is just a standard vanilla sugar cookie with vanilla frosting. Nothing special. In fact, incredibly simple and way too sweet. So yeah, these really aren't my type of cookies. The gummies do add to it, but if I'm going to rate it by the cookie itself, I'm going to give this one a 7. Next, we have the original with M&Ms. You have this, original cookie dough, which is unbelievable from Crumbl. And then M&Ms really instead of the whatever chocolate chips that they put in it. This one to me wasn't as good as the one I had before because this one had about twice as many M&Ms in it. Now, for a lot of people that would be a bonus. For me, it's not. I'm not the biggest fan of M&Ms. Again, I like them, but I'd never go out of my way to buy them and eat them. So it just had a little bit too much for my liking, but all in all, it really was about the same as it was before. These cookies have more of a crunch really on the outside and within too because the M&Ms offer a lot more texturally speaking than say the milk chocolate chips or semi-sweet does. So, and then it's still nice and doughy in the middle. So a very, very pleasant cookie, very delicious. I'm going to give that one an 8.5. And lastly, we have the lemon cupcake. I love lemon cookies, and I love the fact that Crumbl provides a very wide array of different types of lemon cookies. Now, this one with the ton of lemon frosting, this isn't necessarily my favorite type, although I think this one was done really well. The cookie itself, it tasted like a sugar cookie. It said a lemony vanilla sugar cookie, I think, was the description. I didn't really taste any lemon in the cookie itself. Whether it was there or not, I don't know. It could have been. Just the lemon frosting on the top was very strong, strong enough to mask any real flavor or hint of lemon that I may have gotten from the cookie. Not that that's a bad thing. A lot of people like that. I do think it was balanced. It was fairly sweet, but not crazy sweet. It definitely packs a pretty strong punch lemon-wise, but more of the fluffy frosting way versus like the thick curd way. I kind of like this side better than the thick lemon curd. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good cookie. I mean, it's going to give you what you expect of it. I'm going to give this one an 8.5. And that's going to give the total weekly score of 41.0 with an average cookie score of 8.2. Now, I think it was a really, really good week. Solid cookies, a couple surprising ones in there. Of course, cannot live up to last week. Last week did have, I have to say, the greatest cookie ever. Unbelievable, and the rest of the cookies were amazing as well, but still a very solid week. Hope you guys enjoy these cookies this week. Definitely get out and make sure you try some, and if they have any blueberry cheesecake left, make sure you grab one of those. Anyway, thanks guys so much for joining me today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found this information useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in next week's review. Take care.